I got worms.
This video covers how to set up a fishing worm farm.
Well, welcome back, friends. I got worms all right, fishing worms. Just wanted to share with you today what I'm going to do with all my leftover worms when me and Nancy go fishing. What I've been doing is coming home with the leftover worms, and I go out and I put them in with my my fruit trees. But then the next time I go fishing, I got to buy worms again. And I said, that's getting old. So we're just going to make us a little worm farm here in these little bins here. And whenever we want to go fishing, we just go out and scoop up what we need. And when we come home, we got leftovers, we put them back in here. They're pretty simple to make, and I just want to share with you how I do it. There's probably a million different ways to do it, but this is how I do it. So here we go. First thing you need to do is go up and get you two pretty good sized containers. I got these at Lowe's. I'm sure you can get them any old where, Target, in any box store, they got containers like this, and get the lids with them. And what I do is I drill holes in the sides, and I drill holes in the top, and I also drill holes in the bottom. That way the worms have plenty of air and have plenty of drainage. Then I only do that for one container. The other container, I don't drill any holes in it. It's just a basin. So I take a 4x4 and I cut mine about 9 inches. And you can use anything, bricks, rocks, anything you got to work. I just happen to have a bunch of leftover 4x4, so I cut a couple of them 9 inches long, and I stuck them in the bottom of my container. So when I set the one that has the holes drilled in it on top of it, it lifts it off the bottom of the catch basin for about 3.5, 4 inches, which I don't want it to sit down in water. I want water to fall all the way through. So I got that in. Then the next step is I like to use a little bit of black cow. A lot of people say you don't need to put any dirt in it. You don't need to put anything in it. Well, I think worms like dirt because they live in it. So I give them a little bit of black cow. I had a bunch of it left over out here, so I put about 4 inches of black cow in the bottom of the top bin, the one with the holes in it. Then I take some newspaper and I strip that newspaper up and I shred it, and I drop the newspaper in there until I got a nice big layer of it. I get up about 8 inches of it because it decomposes kind of fast, and the worms like the paper. So don't use any that's got the wax on it, and I try to stick with just plain newspaper, nothing fancy. I don't even use the comics, all the colored ones. I just used the black and white. So I also add a bunch of leaves. I put some dry leaves, another layer of that on top, and that gives the worms, they can wiggle and crawl through that leaves. That's how they clean themselves and climbing through those leaves. The next step is I take a little piece of newspaper and I wet that newspaper, and I take some kitchen scraps, and in this case today I'm just using some tore up pieces of lettuce. I tear it up. I don't put the hard core of the lettuce in there, just the leafy part, the leaves. So I strip that up, and you can use all kind of kitchen scraps as long as it ain't meat or it ain't got no grease in it, nothing like that. Don't put anything like that in there, just raw vegetable matter. I don't even use the cooked stuff. Some people say you can, but I don't do it. I just use raw vegetable scraps, and I put that in a piece of wet newspaper, and I set that in there. I kind of nestle it in with the compost. So once I get the leaves in and the little bit of lettuce and this newspaper and the cow manure, then I take my leftover worms and I just drop them right in here and let them find their new home where they can be real happy up until the day I stick a hook in them. And that's only one day. The rest of their life's pretty good though. So there they are. That's my worm farm, and some other benefits of having the worm farm, of course, is gardening. So the reason I have this one container lifted up off the bottom is all the worm castings that fall through and any of the water and that falls through. I collect that, that juice, you call it, if you want to call it. Get that juice out of there and go mix that with a little bit of water and go water your garden with it. And in my case, I'm going to put it right on my fruit trees, and it's really good fertilizer. So I'm going to be using that. And this is a good way to keep your worms alive until the next time you need them. And then you want to put them in a shady place. Don't let them sit out in the sun. In my case, I'm going to put them underneath my fish cleaning station because it's shady and relatively cool. These worms don't like it when it goes below 50 degrees. So if it starts to get cool and you're still trying to keep your worms, you need to take these and put them up somewhere where they're not subjected to freezing temperatures. In my case, I get very few freezing temperatures, but we do go below 50 degrees in the winter times. So I will take these and put them inside the barn and keep them kind of moderately warm and just have them out of the weather. But that's my worm farm. Thanks for joining me today, and next time we go fishing, I'll think of you. We'll see you next time, and if you like our videos, please subscribe to our channel and be a part of our Homestead family. So until me and Nancy see you next time, we even thank God for worms. By his hands we are fed. Give us, Lord, our daily bread. Amen.
Have a blessed day. Thank you for watching our videos. We love making them. If you like our videos, we ask you to partner with us in our mission by sharing our videos from YouTube and post from Facebook to all social medias. It really inspires and encourages us. Some great places to share is Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Please like if you like this video, subscribe, click the notification button so you never miss another video. Click below for products we used in the videos, and you could also partner with us without spending a penny. We welcome your encouraging comments, prayers, and questions. And thank you for watching and sharing our videos and posts. Have a blessed day.